Domain 4B Part 3, here we have non-instructional records. Non-instructional records encompass the details of school life for which records must be maintained, particularly that involve money. Examples of such things knowing that students have returned their permission slips for a field trip, or which students have paid for their school pictures. To ensure that I have an understanding of the details of school life, I've taken the following formal and informal measures to maintain accurate records for non-instructional records specifically. The first piece of evidence is student individual websites. To better learn who my students, quote, are, I have them each design individual home pages on their student English portfolios. This gives the student's identity in a non-instructional way. Edmodo surveys. To get the pulse of the students and learn more about them, I often conduct online surveys on a variety of topics. These non-instructional records help me get a feel for my students and their learning. I often use these to see if what I am teaching is helpful, engaging, or useful and fun for my students. Records of student attendance, accountability, and organization. Now that students are in 8th grade, I try to make my classroom a self-serving classroom. Each day, I make my students responsible for the initial taking of attendance. This is done on a small dry erase board and is done at the beginning of each period every single day. I also have students contributing to the checking of certain things like novel signouts and other non-instructional records during the class period. In my self-serving classroom, next to the attendance board, there are bathroom sign-out sheets, daily handout baskets, and absentee bins. Each time a student is absent, they may help themselves to the previous day's handouts so that they do not fall behind. This makes them responsible and accountable at the same time. When preparing for the state exam, students automatically know to grab their ELA folders or materials from their individual mailboxes in the classroom to save time. Close to this area in the room, I have also allocated some space for posting of no-name work, exit tickets, and a sign-up board for extra help for students to come in during their free periods. These various areas in the room and procedures promote and give students the ability to contribute to non-instructional records, making it truly a student-driven classroom. This has become a very self-serving, student-run classroom this year. Book sign-out sheets and distribution of materials. Throughout many units, I am responsible for hundreds of novels. I maintain these records to make sure that our department keeps track of its materials and our students are responsible. As materials are required for class activities, I make students responsible for all of the materials, markers, handouts, Chromebooks, etc. Students often distribute and take inventory of the necessary items to make the class function successfully. Money collected. I often collect money for class field trips, PTA entertainment book sales, upfront magazine money, and school pictures. I mark spreadsheets many times and do this to keep all my students accountable. I always double check my student records before I send it on to my advisors. With the advent of bring your own device and with the advent of wireless technology and the BYOD Bring Your Own Device initiative, I have students write little notes to themselves on their mobile device. These are little reminders to bring things in and serves as great record keeping for students.